Very, very exciting. Yes, yes. Very exciting indeed. Okay, cool. Let's see if this is going. Oh, that's going there. Is it going here? I think it is. I think it is. Hey, cool. Yay. All right, we are back in business with the real mic and the proper streaming setup and the second computer and all that good shit. We're back in business. No more sketchy microphone. No more bleed from having too many things running at once. Everything is good. All systems go. I'm showing that the levels are good and everything. How are we doing out there? Can you guys hear me clearly? Say what's up if you can. And then, where's my mouse? There we go. All right, and then we're going to start checking out some of the beats. Everybody handed in a ton of beats for the new mixtape. So I'm going to start checking them out now. This is Wave Mob. Oh man, how much better is it with the real mic? You can just run it at the same time that the track's running. Yay. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Yeah, Wave Mob really had a breakthrough. He was kind of really struggling until this month, and now he's doing shit all over the job.
Circle of Death.
I love this. What's up, Jacob?
Circle of Death.
Auntie Ellie,
Tell me what your mind is.
what up? Better? Check, check, check. How's that? Is that a little better? Okay, how's that? I'm turning the music down a little. Mic up, music down. Check, check. Ha! Yeah, that's good. How's that? Is that better? This is great. It's kind of not the right BPM though.
Well, it's 80.
No, this is like 120. A little more mic? Okay, here. How's that? That better? Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Okay. I love it, but it's not the right tempo. I mean, okay, I'll probably just cut the end back onto the beginning and deal with it in the mix. Okay. Yeah. The tempo needs to change back at the end, but I can probably just work some magic when I do the mix. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, otherwise Zodiac nailed it. Oops, that's not how you spell otherwise. Yeah, so otherwise Zodiac nailed it. Bring the lead melody up, unmuffle those vocals, and then probably mute the parts where they're over the dancier drums. I'm not losing sleep about the arrangement. It's kind of nice to have a more down-tempo-y, vibey one on the mix. Just unmuffle the vocals and get the leads a little more clear, then you're all good. You made the mixtape.
It's the best news.
Yeah. Yeah, he made it. Good job, Wave Ma. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so Pat. Okay, he says he's having some sound problems. Let's see what his sounds like.
Have you ever
He's
questioned
really
the
good,
nature
Gusto.
of your reality?
I really like this track.
Bring her back online. Tell us what you think of your world.
Some of the subtitles.
Some people choose to see the ugliness in this world.
Yeah, the bottom one is the boss.
I choose to see the beauty.
This part's a bit messy. The drums are distorting a little.
Can you hear me?
I'm in a dream.
That's right, Dolores. You're in a dream. You're in a dream.
Nice, some Westworld action.
You're in a dream.
Oh, I'm gonna add sidechain to the dictionary now that I learned about the add to dictionary command. Yeah, check out the video on leveling. Actually, here, let's get him his videos. I'll link him directly to the videos. Yeah, if you're in the dojo, definitely go to start here, post 4, and start here. That's where it has everything all organized. Oh my god, working on a real computer monitor is so much nicer. I was like squinting at a really far away laptop until today, but Jacob has arrived with our New York stuff, so things are really gonna start shaping up around here. It's really nice to have the stream working. Like, look at that. That computer's handling the stream so well. Look, no motion lag. Remember the weird motion lag I used to get? Everything's like seems to be pretty in sync. Oh, its mic's clipping a little. I'll take that down a touch. Oh, it's still clipping a little. I'll just turn the rest of the instruments down as well. Yeah, hey, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna clap ever, so whatever. Check out the video on leveling. Then do this to your drums if you're gonna squash everything hard later in the processing chain. And that is the expanding over compressed drums. That is a very good trick to know. This can help with transients too. And then I'm going to give him the offset compression tutorial. That one is fucking super dope. Then he could probably do the sitting on top of the mix trick. And then more side chaining. Okay, good job, Pat Gusto. And yeah, Zodiac pretty on point with the recommendations so far. I think I'm going to try and get more dojo members doing the feedback just so that people don't have to wait for feedback and stuff, because it really, I mean, you can obviously see how it would be too much for anybody. this down a little. There we go. Hi. Oh man, I love the new stream. It's so nice and clean. Uh-oh. Okay, this is a problem. He pretty much has to do a lot of the same ones as Gusto over here. Leveling. So he needs to do the arrangement exercise. Oh, sweet. Metasign did one. Fucking dope. His
the first one, right?
yeah, he's been on the first. He was on the first two, and his shit's really good.
I make my way over to Tibet. And I get on as a looper at a course over there in Himalayas. A looper? A looper. You know, caddy, looper. Jack. So I tell him I'm a brewer, Jack. Then what do you think they give me? The Dalai Lama. 12-cent lamp. Flowing robes, grace, all striking. So I'm on the first tee with him. I give him the driver. He hauls off and whacks one. Big hitter. Long. Into a 10,000-foot crevice right at the base of this glacier. Do you know what the name is? No. Tunga Kanungi. How about a little something, you know, for the effort, you know? And he says, oh, won't be any money. When you die, on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness. So I got that going. Just nice.
Okay, so my feedback for that one was the groove on this one is decent, but not as good as your last two. You're relying on a pretty standard bass synth sound to drive the main groove, and it's just not amazing until those edits come in the second time around. Go right into the more intricate groove. It works a lot better than the first one. There's also a bit too much talking. Nobody dances to talking. The track should be playable outside of the mixtape contest. Make it so dope that someone who knows nothing about the rules would also dig it. Okay, oh, here we go. Here's an update. Yeah, see, this early feedback is working because they're probably picking off the kind of low-hanging shit, and then I get a more finished version. Yeah, this is good. We need more dojo members doing feedback. Okay.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
Such a good
All
sample.
right, Hal. I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
Without your space helmet, Dave, we're going to find that rather difficult. Goodbye.
Hal, open the doors.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hal, I won't argue with you anymore. Open the doors.
Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Okay, so that was cool, but he needs a bit more saturation on his drums. If you're saturating drums, use the medium curve on the saturator. It sounds really good on percussion. And then sometimes a little bit of overdrive can help the highs come through. So I was just saying that. And then the whole thing needs a bit more parallel compression. It's not really very loud seeming. Even though like the subs are loud and the main transients are loud, the whole thing doesn't seem as loud as it could. And then the second half just needs some more cool little edits and variations and stuff. All right. Now we got Moon Splatter up next. Oh, 404. Okay. Oh, sweet. Robert with his Fern Gully track. Let's see if there's any more option over here that I need to check out. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey Kevin, congrats on your new computer, bro.
But just think, humans back in the forest.
Yep.
You sure? I'm positive.
Only fools are positive.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Yep.
There goes the neighborhood. First thing, all these trees go. Then come your highways, then come your shopping malls, and your parking lot, and your convenience store, and then come...
Spatialization on the percussion is really nice though. Just needs to be louder.
Price check on prune juice.
Okay, so my feedback was you need to scoop out some low mids on that saw wave bass sound. You need a medium curve saturation on your percussion, maybe a touch of overdrive for the highs. The percussion isn't nearly as present as it needs to be. Bass is very muffled on these monitors, and these are different monitors than the ones I listened to last time. The riser in the Robin Williams bit is overpowering Robin Williams, and then his chainsaws are too quiet. Like, quiet chainsaws? What the fuck, you know? Chainsaw's gotta be loud. That bit needs to be intense. So Robin Williams also needs brightening. But yeah, pretty close. All right, cool. So Nemotus, what you got? His one for the last mixtape was so great.
To the education tour. Get your diploma now.
We got Detox in the house. There we go. Everybody say hi, Detox.
Question.
What happened to my sandwich? There were spacemen and cheesers and the tube. We went down it. Everyone wore sweatpants, even us, and then the room would stop. But we saved the city with your sandwich.
That's a heater. Yeah, this is really good, Joseph.
Rock, paper, scissors.
How did you get that?
Okay, cool. That one rocks. Yeah, we've established that. He doesn't need any more feedback. All right, Scoobs. Hey, wait, I'm just going to pause this. This is for Katie in the chat room there. Katie, do not feel lost in the dojo. We're actually going to start doing orientation meetings every month just for the new members because I recognize that there is like a metric fuck ton of content in there. But what you do, Katie, when you're just getting started, if you want to navigate, is go to the library and then this post here where it says start here. This has basically everything that you need to get started. So when you go to start here, do the first 3 posts. These are kind of like just getting to know the website and getting your head together for doing this. And then if you go in the how to get started section in post 4, here's the section starting out from nothing. So get the ILGATES Guide to Producing is kind of like a reference guide that you have for, you know, just it's like a good kind of quick and dirty text explanation of how everything works. The Ill Methodology 1, you can see me make a track pretty quick and use the library and kind of see how the big picture fits together. But don't worry if you don't get everything in the Ill Methodology 1 right away because it's designed to give you an overview of the big picture, right? So if you skim the Ill Methodology 1 and skim the Guide to Producing, that'll give you a good idea of like the big picture, and then you can come back and revisit them and you'll get more out of them later. But the main thing is to do the arrangement exercise just with audio editing. So to start your sample library, I haven't updated that document yet because I just posted this week. But if you're building up your library, the best way to start your library is to go to the project vault here. And in the project vault, if you scroll down, Ilgates Sample Library 2018. Everyone in the dojo, you should pick this up. This is like a 5 GB sample library that I put together for you guys. It has everything. You got like it's like a folder architecture, and you can populate the folders with your own samples as well, but it's designed to be like a, you know, a way of thinking as much as it is like a bunch of folders. So go get that sample library. That's gonna have all the sounds that'll just like cover the bases, so you're like, everything is sweet. And then from there, just take those sounds and then go into here and start here and do the arrangement exercise just with audio editing. Like don't try and do any plugins or MIDI or anything like that. Do it just with audio editing. And then if you need a crash course in audio editing, if you just search editing, there's this crash course in audio editing here, and that'll show you like kind of just how to copy and paste and move things around and sample stuff, and you know, all the kind of basics of audio editing are in there. But if you do the arrangement exercise, that's always where I have people start, because the arrangement exercise, you basically are dissecting music that you like to learn how music that you like is composed, how music that you like is arranged. Because I mean, I could teach you how to arrange Ilgates music all day, but really I want to teach you how to study the music that you love and get inspired by your own taste in music, and then you'll make something different than I would make, and make something that's more you and less me. So the arrangement exercise, and I do it periodically all the time. Like when I find a track that's really tight, I'm just like, man, this track is like 5 minutes long, but it sounds short. How the fuck are they doing this? And then I'll go take the arrangement apart and like look at how the arrangement is. But yeah, don't worry, Katie. And also, if you ever need help, if you go to the bottom right of your screen and click on this little chat box, you can talk to Monsoon, Kahu, and Jesse. Don't be shy about reaching out. Like if you're in the dojo, man, we're all here to help you. We recognize everybody starts at different levels. So if you're shy or like you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry, you're not alone, and we'll all help you. But yeah, it's like, it's a community, man. Like everybody's at different skill levels. So don't stress, Katie. Don't stress. We love you, and we're glad that you're in the dojo. Okay. All right. So back to Scoobs. You want to hit the vape? We just mopped in the other room. We're waiting for it to dry. Awesome. Scoobs is teaching FL Studio now too. We're gonna have him available for FL Studio lessons. Fuck, he's so good. You always have these really bouncy kick patterns. Okay, that's great. He fixed all the problems that I highlighted last time. Oh shit. Okay. Yo, here, Keenan, let's get you. Yeah, if you go on my YouTube, you can usually find. Oops, not here. Just Ilgates music. Whoops, don't go live. Oh shit. But yeah, if you go on my YouTube, if you just go to videos, you'll see just what the last updated videos are, and you can see here. There's all these track feedbacks here. So you just go there, and then I normally put them in a playlist. I haven't done that yet because I haven't been busy with the dojo. But if you ever just go to my YouTube channel and then go to videos, you can go like track feedback January 28th. It's just there. Okay, so just go to my YouTube channel and then go to videos. Actually, wait, I should do that for her, like a smart person, instead of just explaining it verbally to everybody who's not her. Like a silly person. Okay. Kaya has 3 different versions. Wow. Okay. All right, Kaya, what you got? What you got? She's really getting better quick. Yeah, that mix isn't that bad. The composition has some problems, but the mix is definitely getting better. But she's got the subs. She was leaving her subs out before. She's like got the subs in there now. Okay, let's check out some of the other versions. Okay, so yeah, the drums are definitely improved, which is good. That was her big weakness last time. Definite improvements on the mix. The drop that's kind of a fake out drop isn't really working though. It just makes the drop feel alienating. Your riffs also need to fit with each other more. It feels like one layer at a time. Styles not playing together as a group styles. I don't think this one is going on the mixtape, but you made a lot of progress. Alright, then I think she should probably do the arrangement exercise again. Pick some different songs and do this again. Show me the song and then show me your mutation of the arrangement / composition. Don't make a cover song. Make all of the parts different from the parts you are, I guess, mutating. Make all the parts different from the parts you are mutating. Just copy their place in the composition and mix. Don't copy the sounds, copy the spots. Okay. And Bafflemetrics. Alright, cool. It's good to see everybody's mixing is really improving, man. I think having Tyson on as a teacher is a good thing. He's really kicking ass.
Great. Put the battery back up down and phone cell next. Plug the battery back up to true power strip. Do not unplug the phone cell from the battery backup. After that, plug the other end of the yellow network cable. Switch. Feel free to wipe your prints from everything.
Way better than the last version. Pretty good. I like this kind of like I love the highs and stuff. Pretty unconventional. I like it.
You can't teach someone to hack in one day.
Rinse and repeat, again and again, wax on, wax off. Do whatever you gotta do, but this is happening.
I feel like that bell melody over the drop makes it too much because he's got the blast and the arpeggiator. Because he's got the scream and the arpeggiator and the bells in there. I think one of those three things has to go, you know? I like what the bells do to the arrangement.
That's why I was thinking,
Like
do
it-
a little breakdown with it somewhere.
Yeah, it's cool to have the bells come back like later in the track. I like that. He definitely dramatically improved the mix. Okay, so you definitely improved the mix and the overly dry digital perfect sound of those ingredients. Before it felt like presets. Now it feels like a song. If you want more punch back from your saturated / softened kick, you should saturate on a wet / dry. The ending of the track has a bit too much going on at once in the last drop. Having the scream and the arp and the bell thing is a bit cluttered. The scream feels the most out of place, or feels the most problematic, I would say. But it's also providing most of the energy in that section. What you do is up to you, but you need to unclutter that last drop. Let's see, that's. I think it's gonna make the mixtape though. Alright, so I just said you definitely improved the mix and the overall dry digital perfect sound and the overly dry digital perfect sound of those ingredients, because they're all like really, that's the thing, and it, like when you're working with a band in a analog environment, you're recording everything to tape or like running it through whatever, every device in the chain softens the transients and shit just a little and like takes the highs down just a little, you know? So you can later kind of like boost the highs on a recording that's been through a lot of analog processing, and it sounds like soft, but you can still get it bright and soft at the same time, which is nice. So like a lot of digital recordings, like, you know, if you're using something that's like a preset right out of a synth, like, yeah, you want that synth to be kicking it out at maximum quality when you're using the plugin, but sometimes the sound is just too clear and too stereo and too perfect and too like, and it just, the whole mix doesn't really gel, you know? So having like lots of little saturators everywhere, lots of little overdrives and stuff like that, you know, as long as you're tasteful about it and you don't blow it out too much. But I usually have some kind of saturation on each channel. And then when you have a mix too, where you have everything all saturated, and then you come with the lead, and the lead is the only thing that's not saturated, it sounds like, whoa, you know? So you can use it as kind of a compositional tool and a mix tool, right? But I like to just be softening everything. Because like when I first started, I was all like, how can I make everything loud? How can I make it as fucking But that's not what makes a mix sound good. Having everything be down and then one loud thing on top of that, that's what makes it sound good. And that's what makes that like loud in your face sound really loud and in your face, is that all the other sounds aren't there, you know? They're softened. So he's done a bit of that. I think he's still getting it. His stuff used to be like really, really dry. But anyway, so I was saying of that, before it felt like presets, now it feels like a song. If you want more punchback from your saturated / softened kick, you should saturate on a wet dry. Or let's just say switch your saturation to parallel. That explains it a bit more clearly. You should switch your saturator to parallel and mix in some dry signal. Cool, that's probably a bit more clear. The ending, oh god damn it, the ending of the track is a bit too much going on at once in the last drop. Having the, oh fuck, that's two. Okay, so the ending of the track, that's a bit too much going on in the last drop. Having the scream and the ARP and the bell thing is a bit cluttered. The scream feels the most problematic, but it's also providing most of the energy in that section. He's kind of painted himself into a corner here. So what you do is up to you, but you need to underclutter that last drop. And I'm not going to tell him how, because sometimes when I give people things that are too specific, they think that if they just do exactly that thing, and then the track will just be like missing a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, no, you know, it's not supposed to sound empty. It's just that thing gotta go. All right. So, oh, cool. Over the line. Is this gonna be the Big Lebowski?
Yeah, I'm loving these samples.
Mark it over the line. I think it'll be good too, because a lot of people who like the movies and stuff are gonna like want to have remixes. I think people will get more downloads on the individual sites. I was trying to think of how to get people more individual downloads on their site.
I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski.
Called it. Called it. Oh shit! Hang on, it's doing okay, cool. Yeah, can you open the garage? Sweet, thanks. Yeah. This is pretty good so far. Those drums need work.
This aggression will not stand, man.
I like the groove of this though, it's all weird.
So that's what you call me. That or his dudeness or Duder or you know, El Duderino.
Okay, so my feedback on that, like, that track is dope, but I feel like the Big Lebowski sample is kind of like, that track is a bit like, it's really, like, it's classy, you know, it's got like a real elegance to the way it's put together, you know, nice and minimal, nice and simple, and I feel like the Big Lebowski samples are actually kind of wrecking the track, to be honest. Oh shit, I gotta close the door, there's action in the other room. Yeah, don't you be messing with my floors. Yeah, we clean the whole shit. It's all nice. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, the others got home. We're gonna start painting the green screen room. We're building a green screen room. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait till this place is set up, man. There's so much shit to show you guys, but soon. Okay, so yeah, so my feedback is pretty much that the Big Lebowski song is kind of ruining the track. And also, yeah, I'm gonna say, but whatever. Not the end of the world. If you really want to, rock that theme, it still works. There is, however, a bit too much talking. Nobody dances to talking. Nobody dances talking unless it's rap. Definitely tone down the talking unless it's an intro, outro, or build up / breakdown section where the vocal can be basically all by itself. Having it over riffs and grooves is not going to be good for dancing. Okay. Okay, so I said I love how weird and minimal this is. Great riffs and sounds, really elegant. The Big Lebowski sample kind of doesn't fit with how classy the rest of the shit is, but whatever. Not the end of the world. If you really want to rock that theme, it still works. There is, however, a bit too much talking. Nobody dances to talking unless it's rap. Definitely tone down the talking unless it's an intro, outro, or build-up / breakdown section where the vocal can be basically all by itself. Having it over the riffs and grooves is not going to be good for dancing. I think the first part where the subs come in could be delivered with more drama. The dramatic delivery of the drops in the second end is much better. Have a bigger build up into a really nicely delivered first drop. Oh yeah, and then you made it though. Go get me a final. Okay. Oh yes! Lex Pensive back on the job. Sweet, she's awesome. All right.
So many species.
Oh, she's genderless now.
That's our mission.
She was Lex Pensive.
Seek new life in
Yes.
Oh wow. Bolts in my pocket.
Does he still strip bits at the top? Yeah. Do you really think now's a good time to be coming on to me?
Yo, what up, Shaky? This is great. This is a big improvement. This drop is cool. Dude, with all these weird squeaky noises, I love this shit. That's dope. Yeah! This is awesome. Big improvements. Big improvements, let's see. Fuck yeah. Absolute bottom.
When someone says it's bigger on the inside.
It's bigger on the inside. You're not making with me, sunshine.
It's time to play. But you got an excellent bottom too.
This is great.
physical space has been transformed!
Yeah, really great. Really great. The outro will also be hard to DJ. More random melody stuff that's going to sound out of tune if there is more than one track playing at a time, like in a DJ set. You made the mixtape though. Fix the intro and outro and get me your final mastered HQ wave file ASAP. Props. Yeah, really good from Lexi. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this one's only a pre-master, so those of you listening on the live stream, it's not going to be as loud as the other ones that were mastered. So just bear that in mind. It's not quiet. It's just a pre-master and not a mastered file.
Hey, wait a minute. You two look kind of familiar. Ain't you them kids that have been fucking off in my tool shed?
The cat.
There's a cat.
That's cool.
Okay, yes, Trap Jesus. Holy shit, did Trap Jesus ever crush it. I'm so excited about his. I'm so excited. This is fire, legitimate fire. So let's see if he's finished it up now.
I need to talk to Detective Mike Lowry.
Howard, can I help you?
You can get me Detective Lowry.
Look, this is not another paternity case, is it? Yeah.
No.
It's another murder. It's another murder case. It's another
Trap
murder
Jesus
case.
made a fan. Look, see? Keenan's a fan. Yay.
This is not another paternity case, is it?
No. No. No.
It's another murder case.
No. No.
Hello? This is my lab.
This is my lab.
This is just amazing. This
is
one.
my lab.
I love it.
This is my lab.
He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way. Talk like him. He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way.
Shit is so gangster.
He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him.
It's another murder case.
Mike Lowry. Hello?
He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way. Talk like him.
Mike Lowry.
Who's there?
Dude, Trap Jesus just destroyed this assignment.
Why do I know it's Mike Lowry?
Cause I'm Mike Lowry. Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry. Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry.
He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him. Talk that way. Talk like him.
I'm Mike Lowry.
I would DJ this track in one of my sets. This is great.
I'm Mike Lowry.
Crane, are you Trap Jesus?
Okay, now we ain't got much time. Okay, now we ain't got much time.
Fucking brilliant. Holy shit, Trap Jesus. Just nailing it. Nailing it so hard. Okay, is this one mastered? Yeah, this one's mastered. All right. Yay, Spider Hound. This is gonna be a good mixtape. I'm excited.
Be there one more time, I'm going to Yamo burn this place to the ground.
Man, Spider-Hound is so good. Like, what the hell?
Okay, I'll show my ass I'm also. It's a bad foosball game. I said I didn't call spinnies, and I call spinnies.
This is awesome. I love this.
You'll never see me again.
I think we're inside a dream. We're a dream. I'm an amazing king right now, sir, and he's riding a rainbow. I feel like I'm in a big old pile of flapjacks.
Yay, Spider-Hound. Woo! Holy shit balls, that was amazing. All right. Oh, Keenan. Keenan's got a new one. Sweet. All right. Cool. Let's check it out, Keenan. What you got? And I mean, there is no rule that says there has to be drums, too.
The mother of dragons. Unhurt.
No, not the one. Don't ever push the one. William must know about this. I'll have to hide it someplace.
I won't watch you burn.
Okay, whoa, that one's pretty intense. Okay. I'll say mutated around there. sounds. How do the sounds, let's say, how do the sounds Okay, so saying this is making a lot more sense than the last one. I love how crazy and outside of the box it is, but I don't think this one's going on the mixtape. You're trying to do too many things at once. You need to start by doing the arrangement exercise a bunch of times. So then I link the arrangement exercise. Show me the track you mutated so that I can A-B and hear how good your analysis of what's going on is. Don't copy the sounds, but copy the spots in the composition. Copy the way it all fits together. Copy the groove and the feeling, but not any of the sounds. Try not to have more than one main thing happening at a time. Just one main thing at a time and all the other parts playing back up. Do the arrangement exercise and ask, what is the main thing for this section? What are the other instruments doing to slip in the mix all ninja without drawing too much attention? And how do the different parts pass your attention around like a basketball? Ask those questions and then send me the arrangement exercise. So that is my feedback to you, Keenan. Let's see if she's on the stream. Oh, good. She is on the stream. Yeah. Well, no. You see, Keenan, you've done so much work on this track. Yeah. It's not like you're. I think you're kind of like you're putting so much in this track. Like that editing probably took forever to get all those edits and samples together. Like that probably took a long time. You know. So it's not that you're not working hard enough, right? It's that you just keep adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff, and you're not letting any of the things be the main thing. Like when you find something dope, instead of thinking like, oh, this is really cool, what can I add to this? Think, how can I make this thing more present in the song? How can I make it more the focus of attention? So if you find a really good riff, instead of going like, oh, this riff would sound great with a bass line or it would sound great with a drum beat, you know, that's cool. But when you find a really good riff or a really good part, try and mutate the riff itself like a lot of times and create a bunch of different variations on just that part, and then just have one thing with lots all the rest of the sounds are backup, you know. So you'll have like, yeah, you always have a sub and a kick and a snare and maybe some other percussion sounds and a splash on the downbeat and maybe a riser at the end or like a sample and a turnaround at the very end of the phrase. But you really just have one main thing other than those sounds, right? So when you find something that you're like, yo, this is really sick, just focus on that thing and just try and make as many variations on that thing as possible so that you can have that thing real loud and it's moving around and it's doing lots of different stuff and it's like playing all these tricks on you and stuff, and you're like, whoa, that main thing sure is a thing, you know. And then you'll get a lot further because you did like 5-10 tracks worth of work with all the sample editing and collecting that you did, right? Like it's you totally worked hard, and that's awesome. And you definitely learned a lot too. This one sounds way better than your one from before that. So it's never time lost, you know. So don't feel like, you know, like you're learning. You gotta be patient with yourself. But you are learning fast, and you know, I think that if you use what you know now to actually do less work, right, and just focus on making one main thing, and then the rest of the sounds just like simple backup parts to make that one main thing really shine. You know, because it's really about making that one thing like the star of the show as much as possible, and you know, like you know, you're essentially creating what is the essence of the song, what is like the, you know, with the like if you had a song with a singer, you know, you need to create like the singer in your song. You need to create an engaging enough main thing that it feels like the song is like there's a star in the show, you know. So find something cool and then just make it fucking really cool and just keep working on that one thing. Make the one thing really cool and make lots of variations of it, you know. Like when you're working on it, don't just sit there like tweaking a thing and putting it back and tweaking a thing and putting it back. Like record yourself tweaking all the knobs on a riff for like 5 minutes, or just keep like editing and mutating the main thing and make like 20 versions of the main thing, and then you're like, okay, well, what's the best the main thing has to offer? So try and squeeze as much out of your main thing as you can instead of trying to come up with a million billion other things. But yeah, good work overall though. You definitely improved. All right, what do we got here? Let's check this out. This mixtape's going to be awesome. Plurthlings are going to host the next mixtape, so that's exciting. So they've come up with rules. Yeah, we're passing around who does the different rules. I really like this piano. This is really cool. Okay, it's in that track. Crazy. I thought the track started playing on my hard drive, so we're random. Okay. Okay, so I think there's literally 2 tracks at a time in this track. Yes, I love you. Okay. He pretty much has the exact same problem that Keenan did. So I'm actually literally just going to cut and paste this because he's trying to do too many things at once. So it's literally the exact same. I mean, he has the exact same problem. So I don't normally do that, but it was appropriate that time. The intro was very cool, though. The intro was very cool. Okay, Odyssey 113. What do you got? Okay, let's download it. Oh man,
I like you, Betty.
So nice to have
Danny,
a real
sir.
monitor.
Danny. I'm gonna give you a little advice. There's a force in the universe that makes things happen. All you have to do is get in touch. Stop things. Let things happen. Be the ball. You take drugs, Danny? Good. What's the problem? Be the ball. Of the universe, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. In the opposite direction, Danny. Unbelievable. Very little. Be the ball. So what do you do?
I enjoy giving game. Going to bullfights on acid.
The Zen philosopher Basho once wrote, "A flute with no holes is not a flute. And a donut with no hole, it's Danish." He's a funny guy.
Okay, so mostly arrangement problems there. It's pretty good overall. It's a bit too long, kind of drags a little, and then there's like this part where he switches the main fundamental rhythm of the dance groove that is just disruptive, so I was just telling him to not do that. All right, Kevin Bice. Okay, cool. Kevin, are you there? I'm not sure which of these versions is supposed to be for the mixtape. No, Keenan, I'm not talking about necessarily getting on the mic when I'm talking about making the feature elements. Like, let's say your feature element is a guitar riff. Like, make that guitar riff the best guitar riff it can be. Or let's say your feature element is some really cool drum kit. Like, rock the fuck out of that drum kit. You know? You just need to make something that's, like, where the main thing has been detailed and exaggerated. Okay, I'm just going to start with the one that says fixed. Because this is kind of confusing. Oh, here, actually, I'll go to this Google Drive file. Yeah, Kevin, you're confusing me, bro. Okay, oh my god, there's so many fucking tracks. Okay, so fixed ARP sounds like the one I want. Does none of those say, I can't tell which one of these fucking things to do. I'm gonna just play the fixed ARP one off SoundCloud. So many. Alright.
It's time for us to do what the good Lord would refer to as a cleansing of the wicked.
So you think we're gonna die here today?
Dying's not an option. You badass motherfucker! I'll show you badass! I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work.
Mix on this is definitely way better than before, and the sound design is pretty sweet. You've got to work on your groove though. The riffs get a bit old and lose appeal quickly. You need to focus on finding the pocket where everything just kind of gels together. So when making riffs, you need to focus on finding it kind of gels together rhythmically and flows nice. Try this. Then I would say in the dance to find the flow one, I talk a lot about sequencing there, and then also keep this in mind when making phrases. P, present your motif. V, vary your motif. R, repeat your motif. D, destroy your motif. You need to make a phrase that feels like the music is coming out of your body when you dance. Everything needs to flow more naturally and happen where you want it to. Right now I feel like okay. So I'd say, oh my god, so many files, it's confusing. Okay, in the call and answer part, the main drop synth answer part isn't quite loud enough for the bass that plays the call part. It's like, wow, me, 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 wow, me, 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 like all small, so that part needs to come up. The twinkles that come and go in the breakdown are confusing and distracting, maybe an accident. The mix on this is way better, and the sound design is pretty sweet than before. Yeah, you've got to work on your groove though. Riffs get a bit old and lose appeal quickly. When making riffs, you need to focus on finding the pocket where everything just kind of gels together rhythmically and flows nice. Try this. There's a thing where I show you how to like dance in your studio and find the flow. And then also keep this in mind when making phrases. PVRD. P, present your motif. V, vary your motif. R, repeat your motif. D, destroy your motif. You need to make a phrase that feels like the music is coming out of your body when you dance. Everything needs to flow more naturally and happen where you want it to. Right now I feel like the repetition of those melody parts is making them worse, not better. Either phrase them out or come up with a melody that bears repeating more often. Okay, Brian Hirano, awesome. Okay, cool. Brian Hirano makes some pretty interesting music. He's made some really good, really weird music. so last minute with their bandits. I should probably do another session after this, actually. This is great. Okay, I love that. That was just fucking crazy. Like, I really get the impression that he just doesn't give a fuck, you know? It's great. Like, I mean, he obviously gives a fuck enough to craft his music well, but I really get the impression that he could really give a shit whether people like his music or not, and he just wants to make balls out crazy, intense, insane things. And it's great. Like, that music is not boring. So my feedback was really to just get his drums a little louder, get them coming through the mix a bit more, so sidechain a bit harder, and have some kind of long, slow modulations to keep your interest a bit on some of those more repetitive parts. Yeah, I think the rest of this is going to be another, that'll be another batch, because there's lots of stuff going on. I got to see to the painting of the green screen room and everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. Shouts out to all of the supporters at the Producer Dojo and everyone who is part of the Producer Dojo. Love you guys and girls, and I can't wait to put out our new mixtape. Big up. Peace.